ABM, we finesse your finance. Sit down, cause your money's got no bands. Be careful when you're out chasing that paper. Come to us, that will make your money safer. Yo, we give that knowledge and advice. Financial solutions to make you feel nice. Reduce your mistakes and your risk. This is something that you don't wanna miss.
Another thing for me is succession. So I'm building something. I'm building a business or whatever like that. I haven't got time to run this business all the time. So it's time for me. I'll build it to a certain level. And this is something I've always said. I think if any of my mentees, and I will do a quick plug again because next week you're gonna see them. I've got about 8 or 9 of them jumping on the Zoom. This could be a bit chaotic, but that one's gonna be. And they're between the ages of like 13 to 18, and we're talking with them. But I've always said to them, I said my whole dream, my whole plan is some people grow up in a position where they don't know how to do business. They don't know it. No one teaches them. So what I see myself as the sort of person I need to do is you build businesses up and you go, hey, my guy, you're not doing nothing right now. Here you go, man. Run this for me. And then that's it. I build up next one. Run this as well for me. And it's not something that they're going to be a slave to and they have to run it for the rest of their life and all that kind of stuff. It's for them now to learn in that business. So I'm not just going to leave it and then it's going to be sink or swim. It's for me to work alongside them. Obviously, I leave it to them. And then what the hope is, through that, they're going to discover what they need to do with their life. But they've got that real life experience right there. I'm not knocking university or anything like that. You're not going to learn that at uni. You can get your education, you can get your book study from there. But in terms of, and the only reason I say this, because I only talk from my own experiences, is because that didn't work for me. What worked for me was, okay, I'm doing my A-levels. I'm not feeling this. I can't lie to you. Mum, I'm dropping out. And actually, that's lies. I can't tell the African mum I'm dropping out of A-levels. Like, I didn't tell her nothing. I just dropped out. I just dropped out. And I thought,
no, Mike, don't lie. When you slapped your hand like that, you were actually thinking you were going to get the same hand as this.
As I said it, I thought, let me not lie, man. But anyway, yeah. So, for me personally, I dropped out. I dropped out when I was like 17. I did the first year of A-levels. I failed miserably, but it's because I think I went to 20% of my classes. And then I was 17, second year came, it was like, you know what, you need to retake your whole A-levels. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll retake it. But when you're messing about in a few classes, you go back to ask the teacher, can I retake this class? My maths teacher, he was like, hey, you missed 20%. What are you talking about? You can't come back. My business studies teacher said no. So I started taking some random subjects. I think I took English, history, geography for A-levels. I think I did about 3 lessons and I thought, this is not for me. So I left. Every morning I would leave home, like I was going to school, wait for my mum to leave, go back in the yard. And then that's how I did it for at least 3 months. I don't know who I thought I was. My mum found out, boy, that's a different story. I don't want to say it on YouTube because we're live and I can't edit this bit out. I don't want to get my mum in trouble with it. But it's probably the best thing that could have happened because then my mum, back then there used to be a thing called connections. And they'll help you with like apprenticeships and stuff like that. And what the woman was saying to me is, she goes, okay, so when it got to your GCSEs, when you're doing your year 7 to year 9, all of that, your results were good. So it's not like you don't know how to learn or all of this. You got good results. But then something obviously happened when you went into A-levels. And then I think they suggested to my mum, you want to try an apprenticeship. And obviously I'm still at the stage where I was like, no, go uni. I'm like, I don't think I am, cuz, but I'll let you argue with this woman. I'm just going to sit back and hopefully this woman will start. So the woman started, I think she saw my face and she started fighting for me, saying, no, I think you should really try apprenticeship. I think when she saw that work, then that's when I went straight into like doing accounts apprenticeship. And that's how I got my qualifications through that. So I say that to mention, go on, sorry, Daniella.
So could I just please point out though, I appreciate your version of how this went. I hated A-levels too, though. like hated it. I didn't do very well at A levels at all. Like, and as a A-type personality that needs to be the best at everything, it's a very sad time in my life because I struggled and I'd never struggled with anything before. However, I went to university and loved it, like loved every minute of it. I now have 3 degrees, and at some point I do want to do a PhD or a doctorate because I love the university studying experience. So even if you hate A levels, is for anybody listening or watching, it doesn't mean that you're gonna hate uni. So
Yeah,
I just want to fight the corner of university because I love it.
Yeah. No, I wasn't even saying that because part of the you know when you have to have your partner that you're with strengths and weaknesses. Yeah, Caroline's the same. She's got 2 degrees as well, and she's still studying for some strange reason. So, like,
go Caroline.
And she's studying because you didn't. Do you get what I'm saying? She's doing it because she's picking up your baton. Do you get what I'm saying? You dropped the baton on the bend. You dropped the baton on the first bend. She's got to run the rest of the relay for you now. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I've already said when it comes to the kids in terms of that side, I said, hey, here you go. That's your area of expertise. So the reason I kind of said the story in the first place was now it leads you to who you attract. So the type of people when I'm doing the mentoring and stuff like that I'm going to attract, it's the same people that they go to schools and they're having troubles in schools because I said this yesterday. We had a conversation yesterday, and that was to do with mentoring and coaching. With I'm doing that with 100 Black Men of London and collaborating with 1,000 Black boys. And we was talking about the same thing. The school system was created like 150 years ago, and they're still running the same system now. So I believe that you need to study. I believe that you need to learn these kind of things. But I do think it's a lot of things outdated. So that's why when I see these boys or girls who come to me like that, I'm going to give you a new way to kind of learn. And like I was saying, what I was talking about was our goals. So for me, it is that succession. And in each person that we have, each person that I have underneath myself. There's even there's quite a few actually that I think me and Lewis are both mentoring as well. So if these guys don't become billionaires, then I don't know what's going to happen because.
And that means we slacked, bro. That means we slacked.
But that's my kind of goal for them, and that is a goal for me. I need to see. Okay, this is like a seed that I've watered. Something that we've watered, and that would kind of turn into like what is my personal brand as well. Another thing that, and as you can see, you guys, if you check my Instagram and stuff like that, but other thing is collaboration. For me, I don't believe in this crabs in the barrel mentality kind of rubbish. Like I know a lot of people do. So instead of helping each other out, everyone's trying to pull each other back down or whatever, instead of coming together. I believe if all 6 of us did exactly the same job, and it's not for me to go, I ain't chatting to Lewis, you know, I'm not chatting to Clarence, I'm not talking to Roneish or Daniella or Michael or whatever, just because you do exactly the same job as me, it doesn't make sense. Actually, 1 minute, wouldn't it be smart to all come together? and then we just increase the network that we've got. So for me, the collaboration is key. Like for example, I know Roneish, you know her, Nikita. Like I had a chance to do like a money management course, five lesson money management course, and I was going to do it myself. And then I came across her page, and I thought, I like the content you're doing actually. And I just messaged her, and I think I was passed her details as well by Mary. But she works more in fintech. But she asked her to come onto the live, and she said, I've got someone else that can come on as well. So that's how we got it. So I love people like that who pass on details like that. And I just messaged her saying, look, random, I've got this job to deliver 5 money workshops. This is how much they're paying. Do you want to collaborate and do it? And that's what I said. That's what I said for me. The money isn't the end goal. Like I always say to people, when my mentees are, how much you trying to make? I said, brother, that's been done. I'm bored of that. Like it's been done. Why am I chasing money for? And then what? What are we doing with that afterwards?
That's the thing. You want it. It's where's it going? Where's it going? How's it circulating?
The house in Jamaica. Hello.
No, that's real life though. But you know it is. But you know what's funny? Because even on that, Daniela, that's the way we have to think though. Is like even with regards to, and I don't want to sound like a broken playlist, but making it circulate in our community is real. But what you're saying there, Mike, is exactly that. Like like one of the clients that I took on this year within my business where we do stuff around social mobility is a primary school that are doing a whole anti-racism initiative. So credit to the senior leadership there. They were like, we want to really be anti-racist. So in working with them, we're doing loads of training for their staff, for parents. We're looking at their curriculum, decolonizing that. We're doing so many different things over the next 8 to 10 months. But it was funny because in the first training session I had, I was like, I got a friend who, she's a social justice mentor. She's brilliant in this space of tackling injustices in society. I said to her, are you free on the 4th of January? She said, yeah. I said, okay, I want you to be part of a training I'm delivering. Now, I did that because, one, I think it's important to have a balance of energies as well. As you lot can tell, I'm quite like high energy, all of that. That doesn't work for everybody when being trained. No, but that doesn't work for everybody when being trained. And my experience has led me to realize that I need to be conscious of that, because as much as I might get 90, often, and I say this humbly, I get 98% of people say this was amazing. I'm sure there are some people who are like, I don't really feel that guy, you know, and that's okay. They don't have to. So I was like, it's important to balance, and also on a spiritual level, having masculine and feminine energy is very important. So I said to her, can you come and be a part of this training? And so I paid her before the day started. She's like, what do you need me to do? I said, I'll be honest with you, I don't actually have anything for you to do. Just your presence and you chime in with certain things that I'm going to not touch on, and you bringing in your experiences is enough. She literally messaged me at lunchtime, like, what have you paid me this month? Like, you paid me £500. I look like I'm doing nothing. In my head, I literally wanted to respond and say, do you understand that you have 2 children who are now going to have another £500 in their household? Do you think I care if you do anything today, fam? The fact that I can do that, and now you actually have that in your household, that's all I care about, fam. Do you get what I'm saying? Plus, if you say 3 things today, and those 3 things end up helping the people we're training, then that's it. You can't put a value on that. There's no number you can put to that, because someone else might have had to be paid £500,000 to be there today. It doesn't really matter. The number is irrelevant. The fact of the matter is, you were there and you were able to add value. That's it. Do you get what I'm saying? And I was able to help money that I got from some place to recirculate in my community. What more could I ask for? Do you get what I'm saying?
That's one thing I want to add, because what I was saying, it's not saying, okay, don't get money, don't get a house and everything like that. It's fine. But that's, for me personally, and I think it depends on who everyone is, but for me personally, okay, I'm lucky enough to have already got the house, so it's not like, when I say it's been done, it has been, like, it's been done, in it. But what I mean is, there's people out there, and it's very rare that we see it in our community, especially. And and I can't lie, the conversation was not meant to get to about our community and race and stuff like that, but it was. I'm just saying that in terms of when I'm saying it's been done, a lot of the things that we're trying to achieve, and I can see someone going over and beyond, it's not in the areas that I want to see it in. So I haven't got time to see, you know what, and this is no disrespect to anyone. Yes, Michael Jordan is amazing. He's done this many shots, he did all this year, amazing, greatest ever in the area, if you want to believe it. Okay, the next person is coming out. Let's say, what's it called? So let's say someone else is coming out, they're trying to beat that. It's been done, bro. Do something better. Like, it's not, don't aim for that. Oh, this person got 1 million views on their song. Next person comes out, you know what, I'm gonna add more cars, more chains, I'm gonna try and go for 2 million views. It's been done, move something bigger. You don't see like an Elon Musk going on saying, oh, I wonder what NASA did with space. He's like, no, that's been done. I'm gonna move to something different when it comes to space. And that's the kind of, when I'm saying it's been done, we need to change our way of thinking. So stop chasing the same. That you need, money is a side benefit of it. And money is just something to be used. If it's not money, then it'd be crypto. If it's not crypto, it'd be a horse that you're exchanging, or a cow, or whatever it is they exchange. So stop chasing an exchange rate. That's just rubbish. That make no sense.
But it's not that chasing though, is it? It's the freedom to be able to chase whatever you want. And that's where the chasing of the money comes from. You're chasing the money so you can have the freedom to chase or not chase.
No, but I think you said it right, Daniela. I think you said the goal is the freedom. So you appreciate the usage of the money, but you realize that your actual real goal isn't the money. Yeah. And I think what Mike's trying to say is that some people idolize the idea of having the money, whereas you're saying, no, like, my goal is to get to this, and the money is just a vehicle. The money is just a tool, isn't it? And I think that's true, like, because unapologetically, money is the currency that's used. If we lived in a time where they traded carrots and potatoes, fam, let's get some carrots and potatoes, blood. I'll learn how to plant seeds. Do you get me? Man don't know how to do that because I never lived in that time. Do you get me? And it's probably not good because who knows, fam? One like soon we might.
We
have to
may need it soon.
This is what I was just gonna say. You know, we might have to. Like, listen, Chronics. Yeah, I told you that I like Chronics. Chronics has got a tune where he says, "Listen, when the Armageddon comes, yeah, we're gonna find out the farmer's the richest person in the world because all of us make money to then buy food. The farmer's just gonna be there. That, but I've been doing this a long time. So now what happens?
We see that already. You saw what the government gets for £30.
Oh, let's not start. That is how you spend 30. You see, when I went Audi today, do you understand what? Listen, if Audi wasn't my anyway, what was I gonna say? So Aldi's my closest supermarket, so I think I get to see a really good side of life. Like sometimes I go in there and I think, bro, this basket is heavy, fam. This trolley's a madness. Then they say, yeah, that's £24. I'm like, what? All of this? I'm like, how? But anyway, sometimes I thought to just tip the person at the till, like, thank you. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, well done. Do you get what I'm saying? Well done just for being alive. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, but anyway.
Well, actually, that will lead us into the next bit anyway. So we talked about goals for 2021. Okay, last kind of question. What kind of tips can we give to people, anyone that's watching, for 2021? It could be something that comes from like your expertise, your kind of background in terms of business or where you're working, or just could be like a life kind of skill or tip. What would you say to people? This is for everyone.
I think for me, keep pushing.
No, go ahead, Daniella.
Think big, take action, keep pushing. That's kind of my mantra for life. So think big, obviously have big goals in relation to whatever area you want. So that can be for your health, for your family relationship, for your business, whatever it is. But whatever it is, don't limit yourself. I always love that phrase, aim for the moon and you'll reach the stars. A lot of the time, I think in our communities, we don't aim for above the top level of our house. And we need to really be thinking bigger and aiming higher, taking action. So there's no point just sitting down saying, I want it. Actually, what do I need to do to get it? And getting up and going and doing that, and keep pushing, because as 2020 taught us, at any given point, and as life teaches us, at any given point, anything can happen that's going to knock us off path. And we need to make sure that we can dust ourselves off, get up, keep pushing, and still aim for the end goal. So that's what I would say.
Yeah, for me, it's don't underestimate your value. You know, I feel like one thing I've learned this year is that everyone actually has something to offer. No matter what walk of life you're from, no matter if you went to university or not, you know, I have so many conversations with different types of people, and I meet people sometimes. I had to say to one of my boys recently, like, bro, like, you have so much knowledge, why don't you share it? And it's usually down to like confidence and, you know, not thinking that you're capable. So I'll just advise people, if you have an idea or you think you can push it, don't underestimate your value, just run with it, just get started. That's what I would say.
I think for me, there's loads of things that come to mind, but I'm going to stick with two. So the first one being commit to brutal honesty to yourself, 100%. I mean, be comfortable just really being intimate with yourself and understanding what works, what doesn't work, what do I need to compromise for my goal, if I need to at all. So just getting honest with yourself effectively. And I think the second thing is, don't be afraid to build new doors. It's fine to do it. Just build a door. I mean, it may feel like a risk, but in hindsight, it may not necessarily be a risk. So don't be afraid to build new doors, because you never know what you could actually achieve if you just got started. So yeah, those are the two main things.
Perfect. Love that. Who else? Anyone else?
Yeah, and for me, I would say, you know, get help in an area that you are struggling with. So like for me, like in my health, fitness, like I know what to do, but I weren't doing it before. So I've got a personal trainer. My health is important, you know, so just seek help in an area that you want to achieve your goals in, like. And I would also say move. You know, when an idea or something comes up, just move on it. And even if it doesn't work, don't worry. Like, at least you moved. I would say that has been why I've been so successful. I move on an idea. I don't let my fears try to control me. Absolutely not. Just remove distractions. And I'm speaking to myself here, you know, my phone is, I'm going to get a new phone or a new iPad, because there has to be a cutoff point. I need to keep it separate. You know, you go on Instagram, someone sends you a message, next minute you're on it for half an hour. we're not doing that 2021. So yeah, put things in place to help you achieve your goals.
I can't really, that pumped me up, you know. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I was feeling it. I was like, yo, what? Let's move. Do you get what I'm saying? These times it's 9 o'clock on a Sunday, fam. But who cares? Let's move. But now, do you know what? I actually wanted to vibe off that, and I'm gonna come to it in a second. The first part of my tip would be, and I was thinking, is this relevant to everybody? But I actually think it is. But make your focus, and I put it in the chat earlier, but make your focus transformation. Like, make your focus about how do we transform systems, sectors, processes, things that are not serving people in the best way possible, because effectively all of us are helping people in some way. No matter what you do, no matter what job, role, career, whatever you're in, you are still helping someone or helping an organization, which is a group of people, in some way. So make the goal to transform. And I think I partly say that because when I keep hearing this slogan, build back better, I'm like, yeah, well, better might mean we need to break down everything that used to exist and transform it. Do you get what I'm saying? That might be what better is. So I think make your guiding star transformation of things that were not serving people as effectively as they could have. And then on a day-to-day basis, there is a balance between the two things I'm about to say. They might be deemed contradictory, but one is celebrate yourself for the small actions you do take and allow yourself to get to A to B. Like, don't overthink, don't think you need to have the whole plan. I suggest having a plan, but if you don't, just take action on the thing that you do have enough clarity on, and the rest will work itself out. But then at the same time, my other thing was going to say, try and be really good at what you do. So focus on less things, but just be really good at the things you do. So like, yeah, that would be my thing, because honestly, so many people I think are, I mean, we've all spoken about it here, and some people might be going, right, but then they run how many businesses and how many? And it's like, actually, no, like, some of you don't even need to be entrepreneurs, and that's okay. Some of you only need to have one business, and that's okay. Like, and let's not focus on the thing that it seems that you need to have so many things going on. Just be really good at the thing you do. Do you get what I'm saying? And then if you do that, no doubt you'll help to be able to transform, because you'll be more focused. And in doing that, you will experience an increase in abundance, an increase in wealth, all of that. And most importantly, you'll experience happiness. And shameless plug for Michael. I know he's got a book on happiness, so maybe Michael Tabarade wants to tell you a lot about that. Just throwing it out there. Do you get what I'm saying? If I knew if Daniella, Clarence, and Roneish had books, I'd plug their thing too. But I know Michael Tavarade's actually got a book on happiness, so let me plug his thing. Do you get me?
I appreciate that, Lewis.
Come on, bro.
Oh yeah, I might as well talk about it. Yeah, so basically the book is called it's called Happiness, the Fundamental Keys to Experiencing It Daily. And effectively, it talks about the science and what the world talks about with regards to happiness. And then I give my perspective on it too, in terms of some steps that you can follow as well. So yeah, thank you for giving me that plug, Lewis.
Of course, man. And shameless plug, Daniella's just told us, this is accountability. Daniella's just told us she's writing a book this year. So guys, I don't know whether it's Easter, Christmas, I don't know, but I'm buying 10. And if I don't have 10 books of 10 of your books in my house in 2021, yeah, just know you said it on the 24th of January. I'm just throwing it out there. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, thank you. I need the accountability. It's been a long time in the making, so thank you for that.
I love that. I love that. Is that everyone? Has everyone said their kind of tips? Yeah. I think my tip, and I think it kind of goes off the back of what Lewis was saying, is take control. That's take control of your lives. At the moment, if the pandemic's showing me something, it showed that we just we just do what we're told. It's just like, we just do this, do that. Okay, go in lockdown, don't go in lockdown, do this. And then when nothing's being said, they're like, oh, so what's happening? What, is Boris an idiot? Why is he not saying anything? You're waiting for someone else to tell you what you need to be doing with yourself. Take control. Take control. Stop blaming the government for everything. Take control of your life. That will be my main thing. Just take control. Stop listening to what someone else is saying. Take control of your mind as well, because that's another thing. The enemy is attacking your minds 24/7. Take control. Anything you see, anything you hear is an attack. If it's not from God, it's an attack. So take control of your mind, man. Protect that, because in this time, that's going to be the new thing. Once we finish this pandemic. The new thing that everyone needs to kind of work on is their mental health. So this is
Mike's out here doing sermons on Sunday evening. Man's doing sermons, blood. What? Do you get man said if it's not from the creator, it's an attack, you know. Man said you better know. Do you get what I'm saying? Man said, yo, listen. Hey, listen, man never listen.
Hey, you threw me off now, man. Hey,
So this is the finesse your finance ministry now. Do you get what I'm saying? This is ministry, boy. Do you get what I'm saying? You don't better know, man. This wasn't a podcast. This is a sermon, my brother. Do you get what I'm saying?
Well, that's what.
Man's got us in the book of Luke and that. Do you get what I'm saying? Man's got us in the book of Luke or something. Like, man's gonna get us the Hebrews. Do you get what I'm saying? Noah built an ark. Do you get what I'm saying? Like Abraham had faith. Do you get what I'm saying? Like man took us to the book of Hebrews, man. Yo.
But this is how churches were back in the day. Obviously not online, but you know what I mean. Just coming together. That was a church. Nowadays we've made it into this glorious business rather than coming actually preaching to people. Anyway, but that's a little shade there, so I'm gonna move away from that. Hey, look like Lewis fell off his chair there. But yeah, anyway, standard. But all right, we've come to the end of the podcast. Let me move swiftly on from that, man, before I get strike down by anyone.
KBM, we finesse your finance. Sit down, cause your money's got no bands. Be careful when you're out chasing that paper. Come to us, that will make your money safer. Yo, we give that knowledge and advice. Financial solutions to make you feel nice. Reduce your mistakes and your risk. This is something that you don't wanna